What is going on, everybody? We're back with another Madden 19 Ultimate Team gameplay right here. We're actually in the playoffs here. I'm really working hard to get these trophies. We're just showing you guys our team before we jump into the game. Level 3 power run, level 2 lockdown, level 2 pass rush. Went ahead and finally, it's taken me forever to figure out how you got the Ricky Williams and Ryan Shazier started. I had all these power-ups and these paths, and I finally figured out how to get them on there. So that's why you see me getting Ricky Williams more involved, and now you see the Ryan Shazier. I have him at my middle linebacker number 2. My goal is going to have him be my middle linebacker number 1 when we get there. That's a long way away, like level 50, and so to get all those tokens and everything you need to get him all boosted up to that crazy 95 overall. People say he's the best card in the game, offense or defense. He does look great, and I'm just going to keep chipping away and upgrading him and upgrading Ricky as we go. Those are my 2 long-term goals. I have Ricky as my running back and Shazier as my linebacker. As you can see his lineup right there, and if it looks laggy, it was this laggy in game, which is unfortunate. So don't think it's laggy on your end. It was this skippy and laggy in game. So this was right before the Series 2 trophies came out, which almost broke my heart because I thought they weren't going to let you fill out the sets in Series 1. But I need 4 trophies to get a 86 to 89 overall player for free with the 40 trophies. So that's why I want to win this game so badly right here. It's just to get the trophy, because if we lose, I think we're only going to get 1, and then I got to go play games again. And right here, everybody got pancaked, and I didn't read it right. He came out in cover 4 all game. I don't know if he was in 3-4 cover 4. Is right here. He was doing as Shady just... I had 2 wide open touchdowns, and Shady didn't pick anybody up. You see these like man overload blitzes? He was sending those all game. And now that when you see different plays in game and people are successful with them, you read them one of 2 ways. Is this a bum that's just calling engage 8, calling all out blitzes and not rushing anybody, or does he know something that I don't know? Like, or is he like a tournament player that knows this blitz? So like when I'm in game, as we flush him out of the pocket right there on 3rd and 6, he runs around with that Vic and picks it up as the game ends up lagging there a little bit. But it was never laggy like during the snaps. It was always like at the end of a play or right before a play. You always think to yourself, like, does this guy know something that I don't know? So during the game, he kept sending these like engage 8s, these overload blitzes with no zones over the top. He would take his deep safety and run with him, sprint him. His Vita Ve's out there in the flats. That man's great. He would sprint his deep safety like up the A gap is right there. Woof! My 2 ends going to work right there, holding this man to a field goal. So during the game, I'm like, he's a tournament player. He knows something I don't know. So I got real nervous and conservative with my play call. But watching it back like 3 or 4 times in my edit, he was a bum. The man was just calling random plays and was being that successful. And it actually really upsets me watching it back. 1st and 10 right here, he just had really good cards on the ends, and they were making all these plays, and I just couldn't get the run game. It's right here, look. He just takes his safety, leaves 3 routes wide open, and runs right up the middle of the A gap. And I'm really offended by it. It's right here, 3rd and 6. I need to sub out Hunter Henry right there and put Evan Ingram in as we end up going for it on 4th down. I felt confident in my defense, as I've been telling you guys all years. Here, he's not rushing anybody but 3. Shady's wide open in the flats. He's playing cover 4, shading over the top, so all the purples are playing deep, and we're able to pick it up. 2nd and 8 right here. One thing I wish I could go back with this game is doing a better job establishing the run game. But I just couldn't get the penetration on the edges that I wanted to. It's 3rd and 6 right here. Again, he played cover 4. He shaded over the top. So there was nothing within the flats within like 20 yards all game long. So we're driving here. He does get ball at half. Is right there. We're able to pick up a 10-yard run. Setting up a 2nd and 4 right here from the 30-yard line. I'm dropping back. I'm looking. 2nd and 4. I'm looking. I'm just taking my time. Like, he doesn't even click in his spy. That's when I knew, like, and right there, wide open to the right. Everybody's pancaked. I could have ran that in for a touchdown, and what do? I run into the back of the lineman. 2nd and 9 right here. I thought I had him. I really did. I saw him whipping back for that user, but I'm like, there's no way he gets an animation enough to get that. Looking back on it, if I high point past that, I think we get that in there, but he's able to whip around with that user and pick it off. So we went for it on 4th down. We did all that hard work of dumping it in the flats, checking down, making the right reads, and I get down to the 1-yard line right before half, and I'm not able to get in. He QB sneaks in and takes it into halftime. So at halftime, he is the better team. We're down 3-0. He's had one drive, I've had two, and we just have to be better. Again, looking back like at the edit, there's so many times I rolled out, he didn't even click in his spy. There are certain times he would have one deep blue, he would sprint it up the A gap. And again, I mentioned this a couple videos back. I feel like kids like this, like they probably have a lot of success. Like they probably beat a lot of people with that because you just get so flustered seeing all that blitz and that pressure. And there are certain adjustments there where if Shady just chips or even slightly bumps a guy, I'm throwing touchdowns all day long. But Shady was just never really able to make it happen. So he gets ball coming out of half. 1st and 10 right here. Just great run defense by Alexander there on the left. He's been a real baller right there. That Gauntlet Alexander, I'm kind of glad we picked him up. It's right here, 3rd and 6. User stiff arm by Tyreek Hill made me really nervous. He almost ended up breaking that for a touchdown with that speed. 2nd and 7, he drops back, he's looking. Bosa and Vita Vea, man. 2 best players on my defensive line. They just eat. Like, you don't even have to send heat and they're eating. 3rd and 10, he rolls out. I click in all my zones, all my spies, and he chucks it and ends up settling for 3. So, like, if I can just put 7 points on the board, we win this game. And I'm just struggling to do that all game. I've had the ball twice. I punted and threw a pick on the 10-yard line. So if I can just get a drive going, which we just drove on him right before half, it should be easy. So 3rd and 9 right here. We get stuffed on 2 runs back to back. I drop back, I'm looking. That zone on the right, he was playing like shallow and deep, is right here. We throw into coverage and it gets picked off. So again, we have 4 minutes left in the game. I'm playing great defense, but he's pretty much in field goal range. If he gets 3 points, the game's over. Is again Vita Vea and Bosa. Actually, that's Sheard and Bosa playing great. 2nd and 12, we tackle him for a loss. So we're chipping him out of field goal range. 3rd and 14 right here. If I can get a sack or an incomplete pass, he'll be out of field goal range. As we come off the edge and we sack it. So what are we looking at right here? We have a minute and 20 seconds left in the game. I have all 3 of my timeouts. All I have to do, and the reason I don't call timeout here is because I want my timeouts with me on offense because I want to dictate when I have to call timeout. That's why I don't call timeout right here. I'd rather have all 3 of them with me in 20 less seconds so I can stop the clock when I want to stop the clock. So again, all I have to do is drive down, score a touchdown, and we win. And we get trophies on top of it. We get the playoff rewards on top of it. There's a lot on the line right here for a no money spent team, other than just another victory. I need to get this W. So here we go. We have 50 seconds, and I need 90 yards to go. We fast forward to 3rd and 10. I'm looking. Nothing's open. Nothing's open. I take off with Vic. There's nobody within 30 yards right there. We go ahead and we run for a good 20 yards, setting up a 1st down. So boom, 70 yards to go. 30 seconds. I motion some people over. I drop back. I'm looking. Look, I roll out. The man doesn't click in his spy. That's when I knew, like, this should not even be a game. I playmaker over Shady. Again, another huge chunk. We pick up another 30 or 40 yards right here. 1st and 10. 20 seconds. He drops back in coverage. I didn't think that yellow zone was going to match all the way across the screen. And not only did it match all the way across the screen, he slaps it down, and he slaps it down into one of his defender's laps. And we come out taking the L, unfortunately. And I'm just really upset with my offensive performance. Defense could not have played any better with the positions I put them in. I gave that man the ball twice inside my own 50. And he came out with 3 both times. If I'm able to be competent at all on offense, and looking back on it, maybe I go, anytime I dropped back in shotgun, he was just rushing 2. Anytime I came under center, he was just all up man blitzing me. Looking back on it, what I could have done was leave in a tight end and Shady and blocked it earlier in the game. Not here, because here he's just in prevent mode. There's 20 seconds left. Maybe I was better off sneaking in a run right here. I had 2 timeouts. Maybe we could have ran it down to the 20. But I didn't expect that yellow. See how that yellow's sitting there on the right side? I didn't expect it to follow all the way. I'm like, oh, it's going to break off. It's going to break off. And it never broke off. And I'm not upset with him batting it down. I'm upset that he batted it down and it ended up getting intercepted. So I'm just going back over here looking at plays. I do this anytime, most of the time, anytime I throw an interception or anytime I lose. I like to go back and look at the plays of what we could have done differently, where we could have improved. This was the play right here at the end zone. I practice this play all the time. It's a little gadget play I have. I flood the left side of the field for shady, and it's like a little makeshift screen. And just look at the left side of the field. There's one defender there, and I have 2 possible blockers. If I throw it to shady right now, Ricky Williams or Tim Brown picks up that block. As he just gets a great animation right there. I think if I high point past that, I get a touchdown. But looking back on it, I should have just dumped it right there to the left. Ricky Williams picks up that block. Tim Brown picks up the other block. And I at least get down to like the 5-yard line right there. And I was just so laser focused on that one route that it cost us. Even if I come away with 3 right there on that last drive and I drive down, I only need to get 3 and we could just take it into overtime and do what we have to do. So we get cut short on our rewards. We only get 2K. I only end up getting 1 trophy. And it's really unfortunate. But as the time of this video, all the Gauntlet has been finished. Gauntlet 2's been finished. Got my solo battle rewards for getting the ultimate tier. We just finished the blitz solo passing stuff. So this tonight, so I'll have the video up tomorrow. We're gonna have an auction block video. You guys make sure to come check it out. I have 700K to spend, and I finally got enough trophies from the solo battle rewards to get that 86 to 89 overall player. So in the video, we're gonna get an 86 to 89 overall player. If he can't make an instant impact on our team, I'll sell him for training and put that training towards Sean Taylor or a strong safety. And we're going to use our 700K and start buying some things here. I'm going to upgrade my overall team defense. That's where I'm at right now. I'm going to get that Team of the Week Miles Jack or get his power-up at left outside linebacker. Maybe we start getting power-up Lawrence Taylor at a right outside linebacker or the Jadeveon Clowney. I need to compare the two. We got to do something at strong safety. I don't know if I'm going to get Aeneas or who I'm going to get there. But we'll definitely take a look. Unfortunately, we weren't able to pull out the victory, so we just got to get another season going. As you see, I only need 1 more elite token to get a flashback player, so I'm going to do that as well. So like, share, favorite, subscribe, guys. Check out the auction block video tomorrow. Appreciate the support, and as always, deuces.